Welcome. How's everyone? This is your girl, Miss Jill, on BeExposedRadio.com, live at the Sugar Shack. And I have my engineer, Mr. Robbie, here.
Yay.
Yay. Our girl, Ms. Versatile, will be coming in shortly. We have a great show lined up today. I'm a little crazy right now. I got my eyes dilated, so I'm sitting here in a dark room with dark shades on, feeling a little crazy right now.
Did it hurt?
No, it's just the light, the eyesight lights, really like sharp, like ding, like sunshine beaming in your eyes.
So what happens if your eyes get exposed to the light?
It'll hurt.
Like really, really, really bad?
Really, really, really bad. Before I even went outside, I was like, oh, can I have some shades? Before I even walked out the door, I knew it was going to hurt.
You know what you look like? You look like one of those, you know how like in movies, they got those people you don't really get to see their face? You just see like a silhouette of their body.
Because I got a small head, bald head. All you see is hair.
I mean, I say all that.
Hair and sunshades. And I'm one of them people, like, why do people wear sunglasses inside?
Yeah.
I always wonder why. Now I'm that person, and I want to take them off so bad.
I like wearing sunglasses inside.
I don't understand the reasoning, and I wish somebody could always...
Because it's cool.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
No. Well, because you smoking the okie dokie. And you don't want anybody to look at your eyes.
No, that's not the case most of the time.
The okie dokie. But, happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you.
Thank you very much. How was your weekend?
It was pretty good. Well, you know, Artscape was this week.
How was it? I missed it.
It was cool in the daytime.
I heard got a little
yeah,
jump off in the evening. I was at the Comedy Factory. Shout out to Alabama, Comedian Alabama. So I was at the Comedy Factory, and they were discussing the craziness in the evening at Artscape. So it was a little live.
Yeah. Friday, they had this little stand where you could paint like paintings for free, and you basically painted the skyline of the harbor, so that was pretty fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. What else happened? Saturday, I had to go down to Artscape to do some work for the radio show. That was pretty fun.
Okay.
And Sunday, I was going to go back down there, but it kind of wasn't no point because, you know, it was not no point. But I did go out Towson, and I got this super cool Poison Ivy t-shirt.
Ooh.
And I also went pricing for skateboards. So I will be getting my longboard with a pintail this week. I can't wait.
The longboard, as previous discussion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fun.
You got a good deal on it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was looking to spend around $150, but he said like the most expensive package is $115. So I'm really happy about that.
So what comes in a package?
You get a deck.
What is a deck?
A deck is what you stand on.
Okay.
You get a deck. You get a basic grip. Grip is like the black tape on the top side of the board. You get bearings. Bearings is what hold the wheels in place. So you get a whole lot of basic stuff.
Okay.
The cheapest package I think was $70, and the most expensive was $115. So I'm good. I'm probably going to just get a package and then upgrade.
Okay.
I don't want to spend any more than $130 though.
You think anything over that price is overpriced?
Yeah, like I'm not spending more than $130. I still got bills to pay.
I understand.
Yeah.
Bills.
Yep.
Still the middle of the month. Things gotta get paid.
Yeah.
We have a good topic. We have a great show. And I want to throw out our first topic before introducing and discussing our special guest that's coming up today. So our At the Sugar Shack question of the day is, why haven't you done it yet? Meaning, the discussion of the motivational tools of finding the results of you, basically the dreaded help book of, if you haven't done it, why haven't you done it yet? You understand the question?
Can you repeat that one more time? Do
Sure.
you mean like getting tested or
No.
just having sex?
No.
Oops.
No. So basically, why haven't you done the things that's on your checklist yet
Money.
of accomplishments?
Money.
Yeah, it could be a lot of different things. So the question is, maybe you don't have it is because you don't want it. So everyone has the list, things that should be accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
The loving relationship, the fulfilling career, the trip, the body that you don't want, that you want to get fixed. Whatever it is, why haven't you done it yet? So that is our Sugar Shack question of the day, a topic of the day that we'll be discussing. And then we're going to be bringing in our special guest today, author Cal L. Davis. He's a chartered psychologist, mind-body therapist, a coach, a mentor, a consultant, and a speaker. So shout out to Mr. Cal L. Davis, who will be shortly joining us later part of the hour. So back to our topic of discussion. Why do you think that dreadful discussion, and you can go through all the Barnes and Nobles and every bookstore of why haven't you gotten it? Financial, of course, could be an issue. What about the motivational part?
That's
the
true.
setback of...
I thought you meant like, why haven't I gone to Peru or something like that?
Yeah, that's part of the motivational. Why haven't you done it yet?
True,
What is
true.
holding you back? Because everyone wants to take that trip. Everyone wants that fulfilling career. You know, they don't want to be in that dead-end job, but they still stay 30 years and still talk about every 2 weeks, oh, I'm getting out. I'm not staying. I don't want to be here. But yet it's 25 years later and you're still talking about getting out. Why are you still there?
That's true. Motivation. That's definitely a big part of it. Because, you know, I want muscles. I want to be big. No, well, I want more muscles, but it's like, why don't I just work out? I'm just too lazy. Maybe that's the thing, like, just the work that it takes to do those things on your list, you just don't feel like doing them. But when you actually sit down and really think about it, it's like, oh man, that's too much stuff for me.
I'm still laughing at you, said, because you want the muscles. Why don't you work out a little more?
Because I'm lazy. And then it's like, I work like 2 jobs, and I get in the house really, really late. And then you don't feel like doing those 50 push-ups a night.
50 push-ups?
But I need to start doing my push-ups.
Yeah, you have to start somewhere, right?
Yeah. Because then it's like, I'm not going to wake up with muscles.
No.
That'd be weird.
Unless you're in a dreamland. And everybody dreams. Nothing wrong with that. But your dreams is not going to get you to get up out of bed and put one foot in front of the other to make it happen.
That's true.
So, once again, I love that song too. Put one foot in front of the other. The Christmas song.
You want to sing it for the radio?
Put one foot in front of the other, do-do-do-do-do, and soon you'll be walking across the floor. Yay! I love that song at Christmas time. I'm such a big kid and a dork also.
I don't know. I just love Christmas time songs. They just
I
make
love
me so
them.
happy.
And my CDs from Christmas fell on the floor today, and I said, "Ooh, should I put that in the CD player while driving?" While the windows down and people looking at me crazy. Why is she at 90-something degrees playing Christmas songs?
Christmas in July.
Christmas. And you know what? I saw that in the store today.
Christmas in July?
Yeah, they had stuff on sale. Christmas in July.
So, what's the whole story behind Christmas in July?
I have no idea. But I'm getting ready to Google it and find out.
I got you.
But yeah, they had Christmas packaging and all kind of stuff, and they had Christmas in July.
Cool.
So, 6 reasons why you, once again, motivation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to put this at a delicate stand because some people, I don't want to say are procrastinators, but they are. A lot of people are procrastinating because they don't want to take that leap of faith.
Yeah.
And that leap of faith is what's going to motivate them. See, it steps to this. That leap of faith and believing that it's going to be accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
Taking a chance with that leap of faith and not looking back. Because if you don't look back, you won't be scared to take that leap of faith.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going into uncharted waters of saying, you know what, it's going to get done. I want to get it done. Nothing is going to stop me. So then you have that could be the entrepreneurship. It could be that job. Then you have that love factor. So you see that relationship that you want because everybody wants to be in love.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that person you want to approach, but you could be a little shy. You might not think you'd be able to get the person. Reaching out to them, it might be a far-fetched idea. But you got to put the big boy and the big girl panties on and make it happen. And not be afraid of rejection. Because rejection is fear. Fear is rejection in your mind. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that person that could be the love of your life, but if you don't approach them, how do you know?
True.
It's just a simple, I'm not interested. You're not going to die.
Yep.
You're not going to kill yourself. You might have your soul shattered a little bit because of the rejection, but you will get over it.
Like, I just recently got over the fear of, like, talking to girls. Because, like, when you be like, all right, man, she's so pretty. I should go say something to her.
Mm-hmm.
But then you, in the back of your head, is that voice like, nah, because you're going to walk up and you're going to say something to her. And then she'll be like, ew, boy, I don't like you. And da-da-da-da-da. And, you know, then you going to think she's going to cause, like, this super huge scene. And then you're just embarrassed. So you don't go up to them.
See? And you're missing out on the opportunity because you don't know what they're going to say.
True.
I don't have a problem approaching anybody, asking a question. I don't have a problem but see, once again, it's about that confidence level. You have to be confident in yourself because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else is going to believe in you. So that factor of rejection, guess what? People get rejected every day for whatever reason. And it makes you better because the person that's rejecting you is missing out on you, because you're no better. Well, I should say, you're better, and you will always be better than the rejection that somebody is giving you. Because someone saying, no, I'm not interested in you, you're not my type. Okay, guess what? I might not be your type, but I'm the next person.
Yep.
Or the next person. Or the next person. So, deuces to you. I might not be your type. Deuces. And guess what? When you see me the next time with the person that is my type and I'm their type, you're going to wish.
We're happy.
You would have took a chance on me.
Yep.
I'm glad I can make you smile on that.
I wish I could see your smile.
I know, I'm sitting in the dark.
You look like a spook.
I
You don't know what to say.
I don't even know what to say. Because I'm sitting in the dark. I can't see.
I like
can't
darkness,
see.
though.
I
like being in
love
the
the
dark.
darkness. And I really prefer to sit like this.
Yeah, me too.
If no one is in here with us, I can
Yeah, Monty always come in and turn the lights on.
click, 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 click. Like, oh my God.
So many lights.
So, man, you gotta put the music on
Uh-oh.
in my headset, so I can feel the whole vibe right now. Okay. See, I like that. There we go. There we go.
You just turned into... You can't make me laugh on camera. You gotta be serious. I gotta go in
Boy.
Jonathan Rashad mode.
Yes.
You just
The
turned
Talk
into-
Lately show will be coming up after the Sugar Shack. Yes.
around the 7 o'clock hour.
7 o'clock hour.
For all you people who
Yes.
like dirt.
Tune in.
All the dirt on the celebrities. Is my voice too low?
No.
Okay. It's that at that sexy level.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Yeah. So, like I said, we were discussing this topic, and
Should I keep the music on?
yes, please.
Okay.
Please do. I enjoy this. Like I said, the mood. So, shaka, 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 shaka. And okay. So you want to take that trip, that adventurous trip, and it's holding you back because money is tight. So what do?
Save it.
You save. You put it in a little kitty jar. You put it in a little savings account. $10, $15, $20. Every time you get some loose change, thank God for Coinstar. Put all them pennies and nickels and quarters, and you put it in the fund. And you take that well-deserved trip that you've always wanted to take, whether it's with someone or by yourself. And I don't understand the aspect of why people are so afraid of doing things that they know that they want to do. Check it off the list. Eating at a restaurant by yourself. You know, I'm a big fan of eating by yourself or going out by yourself. You don't have to have someone with you. You're not going to look like you're lonely.
Mm.
People do it all the time, of doing things by themselves, but they're so afraid of what people are going to think of them. Like, this is a loser right here. They can't even loser. They can't even get a date to go to the movies. What? Please. I know plenty of people to go to the movies by themselves, or go out to eat by themselves, go shopping by themselves, take trips by themselves. You don't have to have a companion
everywhere
with you. You know why? Because you came into this world by yourself, right?
Yeah.
And guess what? You're going to go out this world by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So people, you need to stop thinking that you need a second party with you all the time, because you don't. And that's going to block your blessings because of things that you want to do. It's plenty of times I'll invite somebody out. Nope, can't do it. Okay, so you think I'm going to sit at home by myself because you don't want to go with me?
Nah,
No.
Still have my money.
You know? Because the time it takes for me to put my things on, get in my car, travel. You know how many people I've met at this event that I wanted you to go with me to?
Oh.
But because I didn't get your blessings to go with me because you didn't want to go. So now I didn't miss out on meeting 10, 12, 20 people.
Yep.
Or standing in line at the movies, having a conversation. I done met 2, 3 people standing in line.
Yep.
Sitting in the movie theaters by yourself before the movie starts. Excuse me, miss, can I get by? Oh, okay. Sitting next to me on the left and the right. You done met 2, 3, 4 people.
Yep. Who already share a common interest.
Who's sharing a common interest because you are watching the same movie that everybody wanted to see.
Yep.
But because I don't have nobody to go with me, I guess I'm going to sit in the house, twiddle my thumbs, knit that sweater. What?
Watch that Netflix movie.
Watch that Netflix movie.
That I've seen 5 times
That I saw
already.
5 times.
Watch those reruns of what's the name of that show?
Reruns. No.
Housewives of Atlanta.
Housewives of Atlanta. Let me watch that DVR stuff I got saved for the last 4 weeks that I ain't watched. I ain't got nobody to go with me. What? Get out of here.
Come here, cat. Same thing every
Come here,
week.
Fluffy. Let me rub your ears. Fluffy don't even want to be bothered with you. Hey, Roscoe, the
Fluffy
dog.
gone.
He don't want to be touched. He want to go outside because it's nice outside. It's 80, 90 degrees. Roscoe want to go outside too. People, stop letting someone else that is in your life that doesn't want to hang out or whatever the case may be. Stop. Get that fresh air on your own. Take that walk on your own. Go to the store on your own. Take that drive. Roll them windows down. Get on that skateboard.
Yeah, get on that skateboard.
Get on the skateboard. Swish. Kick. Swish.
Kick, push.
Kick, push. I'm
And then
sorry.
coast.
Swish. I'm sorry.
There we go.
Oh, yes. At the Sugar Shack. Because we are live. Who might that be?
They're going to turn the lights on. No.
No. Who is that coming in here and get ready to flick on the lights?
I don't know. I heard somebody come through the door.
Okay. No, they don't need to turn on the lights. But the comedy show
Not the
went
lights.
to-
Don't turn the lights on.
No, don't turn the lights on.
No, Miss
No!
Shay's
Oh,
eyes.
my God.
Her eyes. They broke. He is so inconsiderate.
Oh, my God.
Monty's here, everybody.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. He turned on the lights. What was that?
I don't know.
Oh.
It's Monday. Monty
Okay.
said.
All right.
Now you look. Now that I can see you, those glasses.
You look crazy, right?
Not really.
Oh, yes. So, as you said, take that trip, save that money, explore, do something different. Don't let something that you want to do hinder you because what you're afraid to do because of that list. You know?
Yeah.
That's the good thing. And we have a special guest, as I said, Mr. Cal L. Davis, giving us a call shortly. Super excited. Do you think do you think you know the difference of the dreaded self-help book? That self-help book, how many self-help books have you read this year? Have you read any?
Probably not, because I don't know the self-help book. You mean those, like, Walking Across the Street for Dummies? Those kind of books?
No.
Oh.
The self-help book of bettering your life. That you can do it. There's nothing stopping you. Taking charge of your life. Things of that.
I haven't read one of those.
Okay. I enjoy reading self-help books because I like getting the ideas of other people and what they think of different things that are going on in the same mindset that I'm thinking of. So, hello, sir. He can't hear me? Okay. I enjoy reading the thoughts of other people and getting, like, tweaking their brain of the topic that we're discussing now, of what you should be checking off your list of things that you want to get accomplished, but it's hindering you. So when you go to Barnes and Nobles and you go through the self-help section of financial literacy, you want to be better at your financing. You want to be better at cooking healthy. You want to have better communication in relationships. Self-help books like that. So whether it's an ebook online or an actual hardback book that you actually go and get. So we're getting ready to take a break. This is your girl, Miss J, on Be Exposed Radio, live at the Sugar Shack. We'll be back.
So, I'm a dog, and I'm kind of new to this family, but I've noticed a trend. My humans do this thing where they go around and get all my toys and hide them in this basket, but it's always the same basket, and it's always the same place, and then they act so surprised when I find them, but I'm like, hello, that's where you put it last time. Humans are the worst at hide and go seek.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Drug, alcohol, and gambling addiction can be devastating for you and your loved ones. Don't let the disease of addiction ruin everything you have worked so hard for. If you or a loved one is suffering from a drug, alcohol, or gambling addiction, call now and get a free, confidential consultation. Help is only a phone call away. Call 1-877-867-3063. That's 1-877-867-3063.
I didn't realize, and it had a place for you to put your clothes and your shoes if you was to get naked, but it wasn't that kind of parlor.
Yeah, right.
With the Chinese people and the little fingers and stuff. It wasn't that kind with the happy endings. But it was so good. I laid down on the table. He didn't even tell me that he was getting ready to turn this machine on that was going to... I fell asleep. It was like 3 minutes in, I was gone. And it was only for 10 minutes.
Wow.
But I was gone 3 minutes. I was like, and it massaged, not only did it do the part where I was injured, but it did all the way up to the top of my skull, like right there in the middle. That's why I was gone. It was like giving me the neck treatment. It was like a passion mark. But, it was really good. It felt wonderful. It was wonderful.
Passion marks hurt.
I know, it was hurt so good.
You be trying to enjoy it, like,
stop the blood. Am I bleeding?
Oh, yeah, oh, that's enough.
Keep going. It was one of those. It was really, really fun, though. I enjoyed it so much. I mean it. I can't wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow I just might get naked without them asking me. You think of something? Why are you naked? What you got this thing on?
Kill the visual. Kill the visual.
Like this. Like, I am ready. Put my clothes up.
Get your baby.
Thank you. I'm gonna have a baby.
You are now listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Can you tell if the leftovers from this dinner party are beginning to grow bacteria that could lead to severe diarrhea, vomiting, and stomach cramps? Listen. You can't see it either. Get leftovers into the refrigerator as soon as possible. Spoiled leftovers can make you very sick, or worse. Roughly 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year, but you can keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov. Brought to you by the USDA, HHS, and the Ad Council.
Pitched a reality show to me earlier today.
Uh-oh. Who did that?
I think it's in poor taste to even talk about it. I wouldn't even, you know what I'm saying? Would it be some drama for your ass?
They pitched a reality show to you.
Yeah. No. It pitched a reality show to me like, wouldn't this be a great reality show?
Okay.
It was based on a guest that we're working up for this. I told you about an NBA player's son who got a girl pregnant, and the girl is HIV positive. And full-blown. Okay. But don't worry, she's coming.
She's coming.
Just figure out whether we're going to send her a ticket or just take a phone call. So he said, wouldn't that be interesting, a reality show of people finding out the results of HIV tests? Think about the drama.
But that would be a good show, though. Seriously, but that'd be a hot show. Yeah.
Don't support that. High drama.
Now somebody else out there, white, is going to steal your idea.
Remember where you guys heard it first, please. All right.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you missed this on Talk Lately.
I wonder, because I'm going to pick up the copy of this, the Cosmo. The phone call, here's what she said. The phone call this April ended the mystery. He left a message on Sunday saying, I have something important to talk about. Please call me back. I was working and called the next morning. He uttered an eerily familiar phrase, you may want to sit down. Then he said, Carolyn, I'm gay. She says, I was stunned. I managed to say after a silent moment and then a deep breath, I had no idea. I'm sure a huge weight is off your shoulders. During all those years I had known him, I never would have guessed that he would come out as gay. We talked again briefly that night. He answered a few questions. What did you know what those questions was? Are you a bottom? That was uncalled for. That was uncalled for. Sorry. 7-foot bottom.
It goes down just like that. Each and every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
I think he's calling us.
Hi, this is your girl, Miss J. Kyle?
Hello?
Hi, Kyle. How are you?
I'm sorry, kids. Can you hear me okay?
Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Good. Right.
Hello?
Right, I can just about hear you there. I was expecting you to call me.
No, I'm sorry. That was a breakdown in communication right there. How are you? We are live.
At the Sugar Shack.
We're live, are we?
Yes, we are. You called in as we were coming back to break.
Right. Okay, I'm great, thanks. Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Hi. Well, thank you for blessing us and giving us a call, Mr. Kyle Davis. How are you today?
I'm very good. The sun's shining here in the United Kingdom, so that makes a nice change. As it rains here so frequently, it's nice to get a bit of sun.
Oh, thank you so much.
And how are you there?
We're great. It's 80 degrees here, and it's about 10:30 your time, correct?
It is. It's just gone 10:30 our time, and still nice and warm. It is during the summer.
I know, it's beautiful over there. I'm jealous right now. So, I've been talking about you, Mr. Kyle L. Davis. Once again, thank you for coming aboard at the Sugar Shack this evening. And please introduce yourself, Mr. Davis, to our listeners. Let our listeners know who you are, and we're going to go from there.
Okay, well, I'm Kyle, and I'm from the UK. I'm a psychologist by trade, and I help people transform their lives by really making deeper connections with who they are. And I work with people with chronic health problems like chronic fatigue syndrome, irritable bowel syndrome, fibromyalgia, as well as anxiety and depression, which there seems to be so much of in our cultures these days, all the way through to people who are feeling stuck or feeling lost or looking for something else in their lives. And I've been doing this for probably the best part of 15 years, really. I started off working in management consulting as a psychologist, and then moved into therapy and was working with a doctor. We developed a therapy to help people with chronic fatigue syndrome and fibromyalgia and those sorts of conditions, because there seemed to be so much more evidence, greater prevalence of those sorts of conditions, and very little that medicine had to offer. Despite all the wonderful things that modern medicine does for us, there seems to be a growing number of health problems, health challenges that people are experiencing, and medicine doesn't really have an answer. And it seems really that a lot of what medicine does is treat symptoms rather than addressing the underlying cause of why those symptoms are there. So when I started working with these sorts of conditions, myself and my business partner were looking to understand the cause of why those symptoms were there. What was going on? What was triggering the body to send such a vast array of debilitating symptoms? And it's been a really interesting journey. It's one of those things that when people get on board and they understand what we're doing and they see the transformation that can happen within lives, it's absolutely fantastic. But it's funny when you're working with a new model, you're trying to open up people's eyes to work in a different way. That has its pitfalls as well. That can be difficult as well. So that's a little bit about me. I hope that wasn't too concise, or that wasn't too rusty for you.
No, that was great. Now, here in the United States, a lot of people deal with fibromyalgia, and what is it, Lyrica, for neurology medication. So, myself, I have, I take Lyrica for my leg. I have a nerve damage in my thigh, only just a small portion. So I understand the aspect of different steps that a lot of people, they don't like taking pills, so they want to go to the next level and doing something different. When did you start to say, okay, I don't want to use medication with my patients or people that I'm dealing with? I want to do something different. how did you come up with that as a recourse other than the regular medication way of doing things?
I think really that came as a result of trying to understand the true nature of symptoms for the sorts of conditions that we were working with. So, you know, the conditions of chronic fatigue syndrome and fibromyalgia, and then a whole host of other symptoms that medicine calls, they used to call it functional somatic symptoms or syndromes. I think they've kind of graduated on now, and they call them bodily distress disorders. But these are conditions and symptoms where there is no evidence of a structural problem or structural damage within the body. So essentially, people will go through a range of blood tests which come back negative, meaning that they can't find anything wrong. So I think it's a clear diagnosis is always very, very important, because when we experience symptoms in our body, it is obviously, you know, it's always been a perspective of mine that if our body sends us symptoms, our body is trying to get our attention. It's a tap on the shoulder from an unhappy body. But of course, what we have to bear in mind is that there can be any number of causes, any number of reasons why a symptom would be present. You know, if we take the symptom of a headache, for example, there could be any number of reasons why that symptom is presenting itself. So it is always important, as you know, as best we can, to understand what is going wrong, what is causing the body to send that symptom, and why is it trying to get our attention with that symptom. Once we've done that, and this is the thing, is with the sorts of conditions that I've worked with, is that when we get that diagnosis and medicine says, well, there's nothing wrong that we can find, then from my perspective, I know that that's because the cause lies outside the medical model as it currently exists. And therefore, the idea of treating with medication tends to be to just try to treat the symptom, to suppress the symptom. And of course, you know, we all know about this. It's the same thing if you do have a headache. We have a headache, we generally take a pill as a way of trying to get rid of that symptom without really addressing where the symptom is there. And of course, if that's an acute symptom, if you just got one afternoon on a Thursday afternoon, you've got a headache, you take a pill. But if that headache lasts for 3-4 weeks and into months, then continually taking painkillers is not the answer. It's not addressing where that symptom is there. So that was really the route that took us away from medication. It's because certainly for the conditions, you know, when you're looking at chronic fatigue syndrome, when you're looking at fibromyalgia, when you're looking at the functional somatic symptoms and syndromes, the medications are generally antidepressants, painkillers, and sleeping tablets. And they are really just trying to placate a symptom or suppress a symptom. And another really interesting thing that we found with this work was that it seems that symptoms almost work a little bit like a maths equation. So our body is trying to get our attention when it sends a symptom. And if we suppress it, it'll pop up somewhere else. You know, this is something that I found, is that I would have patients and they take medications to suppress mild symptoms. And what they would experience would, you know, be it 2 weeks later, be it 2 years later, they'd experience much more severe symptoms. And it appeared to me that it was almost like walking down the hallway of health. That you'd start with mild symptoms, and if the body felt that it wasn't getting our attention through the symptoms it was sending, it would send more and more severe or intense symptoms. And this again was, for me, was a screaming reason, if you will, to try to understand the message behind the symptom, the cause of the symptom, rather than treat the symptom. And it's really interesting. I remember some years ago talking to a doctor here quite close to me in Wales, and she'd said to me that she'd reviewed 15, 20 years worth of cases of her patients. And she'd seen the same pattern where she'd medicated patients that had presented with some reasonably mild symptoms, and they had just come back with more severe health problems later on. And she began to question the validity and the value really in offering meds for things. Because this is, I'm saying this, and the caveat with this is, of course, that we do need to be clear about the cause of the symptoms. There are times when medication is needed and is of great value, but it's my belief that we, both in the United States and in the UK and in Europe and in Australia, that our Western culture, we over-medicate. That's my view. I think it's part of the fast-paced culture, the consumer culture, where really, healthcare is a big business. And it sounds a bit conspiracy theory-like, I know, but it is the case that the pharmaceutical industry really, we could argue, is looking for customers rather than for cures. And it's a bit of a skeptical approach, I know, but it strikes me that the idea is really to find treatments that deal with symptoms and suppress symptoms, don't address causes.
So you said earlier about depression. So yourself, have you suffered from depression?
I have. I suffered from both anxiety and depression at different points in my life. And I guess I was already trained as a psychologist, and one of the things that intrigued me, and I guess was a catalyst for my journey into therapy, along with having met some fantastic people along the way that I've worked with. But I found there wasn't really anything within mainstream psychology that helped me recover from either anxiety or depression, both of which I had at separate instances. And even though they're often lumped together, I do view them kind of in a slightly different way. So yeah, I went through, certainly, probably 20 years ago now, I've had a couple of bouts since, but my main episodes of depression were 20 years ago. And this in more recent times, I've experienced depression as well, and that led me to want to develop a program, and I have a program on my a downloadable program on my website called the Conquer Depression program, and this is based on a lot of my theories as to the true nature of depression, which is, for me, there's a metaphysical angle to it. There's a sort of a spiritual angle to it, because my belief is that we're vibrational beings. I guess there's quite a lot of quantum theory or quasi-quantum theory in my work, where I believe we're energetic vibrational beings, and there is an energy about us that needs to flow. And if we become disconnected from the core essence of who we are, and if our energy is prevented from flowing, if we get kind of blocked up, and our emotion becomes blocked up, and the energy of us becomes blocked up, then it kind of backfires. The system sort of backfires on itself, and then the body presents symptoms. And in the same way, I view all of these conditions in the same kind of way from the perspective of symptoms. The symptoms are the body's way of trying to get our attention. But I think there are when we get into what is the body trying to tell us, what's the message that comes through that, it differs for different conditions. And certainly with depression, there is a disconnection from this vibrational aspect of us, this almost this spiritual part of us, almost as if we become slightly disconnected from our soul. So my Conquer Depression program is, I guess it's a beyond the cognitive approach, because I know, the mainstream approach to treating depression is by trying to fix people's thought patterns. It's the idea that where we become stuck in our head, we think a lot of dysfunctional thoughts, we compare ourselves with others, we say should a lot, we what if this and what if that, and the idea is well, that creates a lot of negative emotion, and that results in symptoms of depression. My belief is that actually the thinking patterns are something of a symptom in themselves. So whilst, yes, we know that, thinking patterns can go a bit crazy for people with both anxiety and depression, the thinking is not the ultimate, the underlying cause. The thinking
yes, that's
is
a double-edged sword
symptom.
to have anxiety and depression all at once, because the mind has to catch up with the body, and the body has to catch up with the mind.
Yeah, it's all. I think, from my perspective, in a simplistic way, when we become detached from the core essence of who we are, then the system kind of goes a bit haywire. We have problems within the body, we have problems within the mind, and this is really because when we're blocked up and our energy is blocked up, when our emotion is blocked up, all of our body and all of our brain is affected. It was once thought that emotion was something that was all in the mind. The end result of thinking is all in the mind. But what we know now from science is that emotion is a highly complex physiological process that involves all of the body, literally all of the body, and all of the brain. And the heart plays an enormous role in emotion. The gut and the digestive system plays an enormous role in emotion. So this is why when we have anxiety and depression and all of these other sorts of conditions, the body and the brain go totally out of whack. And people people experience different symptoms, and the types of symptoms that people experience do relate to different levels of overactivity or dysfunction in different parts of the body and brain. But a lot of it comes down to this idea that we're vibrational beings, and the energy of us needs to flow, and that needs to flow through us being the experience of ourselves. So, for all of your listeners out there, the simplistic route to health and wellness is to be all of who you can be, to live in the moment, to live in your passion, to be connected to your soul, to be the experience of yourself, the full expression of yourself. And when that happens, that's when we experience health and happiness. The problem we have is in our modern fast-paced lives, we become thrown off. We become conditioned, we become imprinted and programmed, and then we lose touch, we lose that connection with that core essence or that true self. And when that happens, the energy of us becomes blocked. And when the energy of us becomes blocked, then our emotion becomes blocked, and the systems of the body become active, the brain becomes active, and then we experience symptoms. And the symptoms are, as I said before, the body's way of saying there's something going on here, there's something not quite right here. And ultimately, the underlying, even though it may seem unbelievably simple, the underlying reason is that there is this, we are an energy, and the energy of us has to flow. We have to allow ourselves to be all we can be in every aspect of our lives. And it's simple in theory, but it can be difficult in practice, because a lot of the time, if we are blocking who we are, the chances are we may not know it. And of course, the argument, my argument, so then.
No, I was saying, so Cal, if I was a prospective client suffering from depression and anxiety, how would your program different from others doing the same thing?
Yep. Well, certainly I would say the key parts is the majority of programs that focus on anxiety and depression will keep a person locked in the mind. So it's the idea that thinking causes a lot of the problem. So what we need to do is we need to challenge that thinking. Now, my belief is that thinking is just a symptom. Thinking is not, dysfunctional thinking patterns are not the cause of the problem. So we need to go beyond the mind. We need to always go into the soul, if you will. But we need, it's going beyond the mind. It's getting into understanding and feeling the emotions, getting back into our body, getting back into feeling the energy of us as it moves and allow it to flow. So in terms of the process of it, I have a number of exercises that people will go through as they, for those people that are interested in my Conquer Depression program. It's a 5-step process which takes people through all the steps they need to put in place to reattach them to the core of who they are, have them living their authentic lives, and then reconnect them with their passions and purposes for life. And get them, it goes beyond beyond the mind, beyond the thinking brains. It's not about just trying to challenge dysfunctional thinking patterns. As I say, it's about this. It's a spiritual program in a way, because it's about a reconnection with that core essence part of us. Does that sort of make sense?
Yeah, it does, actually. We're getting ready to take a break soon, but I wanted to bring you back to ask you a couple more questions. So I'm going to leave you with this question, and then we're going to come back. What if a chronic fatigue syndrome and nothing so far has helped? What should the person do? Where should they go? What are the symptoms? Because we all have suffered from some type of severe migraine or headache, and we're going to come back. Okay, Kyle?
Okay, see you in 2 minutes.
All right, so this is Miss J on Be Exposed Radio at the Sugar Shack, and we'll be back. You are now listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Today in school, I learned a lot. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me. In biology, I learned that I'm fat and stupid. In English, I learned that I'm disgusting. And in gym, I learned that I'm pathetic and a joke. The only thing I didn't learn in school today is why no one ever helps.
Kids witness bullying every day. They want to help, but they don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov. A message from the Ad Council.
Well, now we know why she goes to the clubs, and all I have to say is immigration. Let's get to the girl whose man took a crap in the middle of the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Dear Wendy, I'm young, vibrant, dark brown, single, 30. I'm a woman with no children. I recently began dating this guy that I dated in college 8 years ago. It was one of those things where back then we were mentally 2 different places, and it never really...
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
I'm glad I've been so selective about people I've been with. Well, you haven't been selective enough. I'm still to be finished with this because now it's starting to get fun.
Yeah, it's getting Benji Klein.
All right. I think I should just clear it up. One more. One of my friends said, assuming this was consensual. Oh no, I'm sorry. Let's see, it's getting funny. Assuming this was the consequence, because I've been around the block, to use the cliche, but no. I explained to her, anyone can contract it. Even the most careful, even those who haven't had sex. Now that's what I was talking about when she's saying even those that haven't had sex, the makeup brushes that you be sharing sometimes with your homegirl.
Like, your homegirl just. Come on, let's do a commercial. You do all the disclaimers, and I'm gonna do the egg. I'm gonna egg. Come on, you do it. Disclaimer. Give them all the reasons.
Okay, doing all of the sharing the makeup brushes with your homegirl.
Gloss is kind.
Yes. Using the same washcloth. Nasty.
Girl, we just getting in the pool, girl.
Wearing the same bathing suit bottoms.
Oh, that is high. You got that for Forever 21. Let me hold that for the white party.
Sharing that nasty, dirty bra that you threw on the floor, but she didn't have any when she came over to stay that night.
That's Vicky's secrets, girl. I'm going to put this. He is going to be living.
Putting on her contact lenses.
Oh, I got green eyes because I'm being Barbie. I'm being Nicki Minaj for Halloween.
Can I borrow your lip gloss?
Oh, I'm over it now.
Okay.
From north, east, south, and west, you're listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Do you have troubled skin, acne? With Proactive, you can heal your acne and help prevent new breakouts. Right now, in this radio area, we're looking for just 50 people with moderate acne to demonstrate exactly how fast Proactive works. The first 50 callers who qualify can try Proactive risk-free for 60 days.
Call 800-388-7152, 800-388-7152, 800-388-7152.
Fantasia's got a book deal. Yep. She got a book deal with Simon & Schuster to write the story of her life. She's even got a name for it already. It's called Life is Not a Fairy Tale. And she's in the process of writing about how she went through being a high school dropout and having her baby young, her trials and tribulations, and now she's an international singing... I know. Thank you, Art. Thank you. Thank you. Did you hear how enthused I was? You all. You know what? Sometimes I can be a real phony broad. And I was just phoning up right there. Only because I feel like I've got to balance, I got to balance what I do with some sugary mess. But okay, Fantasia.
Nero, please.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that.
Cool!
That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Oh, it can get real healthy here on the Lady O Show. So check out what happened last week.
It's only that I substitute the seasoning oil. I use the Mrs. Dash. I use the garlic powder, the garlic seasoning. So it's different things that you can change and still make your food taste really good. So, I mean...
So what is one of your favorite dishes that you like to prepare now on your new regiment?
Well, listen, the other day I made some asparagus soup, and it was absolutely delicious.
Next.
Oh, Nakes.
I don't like asparagus.
So he don't like asparagus. So let me give you my second meal was the crab cakes. I did the crab cakes.
Now you're talking. Why didn't you say that one first? You're going to go to asparagus.
But let me just share with the crab cakes. It had I did it with a Melva toast.
That's the one you posted on Facebook.
Right,
I seen
exactly.
that.
Didn't it look pretty good?
I can't even contain it.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, continue.
But anyway, I'm excited because the Melva toast kind of like kept the crab cake all together, and it was delicious. Changing food preparation and putting in better ingredients, nutritional ingredients, herbs and spices, it changes your life forever.
The Lady O Show is each and every Thursday at 8 p.m. live right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are now listening to BeExposedRadio.com. Welcome back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It's Miss J on BeExposedRadio.com at the Sugar Shack. We have a special guest still with us, Mr. Kyle L. Davis. Welcome, Kyle. Thank you for holding.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be back.
You're welcome. So before we left, the question that I had, and I wanted to throw out there as far as, do you believe in when people have chronic fatigueness or chronic headaches, what about injections? I wanted to throw that out there before I ask my other question to you. You know how they do cortisone injections? Do you believe in that?
Cortisol is obviously a stress hormone, and I think it's probably potentially long-term not a great idea. Certainly my belief is that the majority, as I've been saying, the majority of these conditions that don't have a medical explanation for are the results of a blockage of the energy of us and a blockage of emotional energy. What actually happens within the body is the body systems go into a protracted stress response setting. So the body will be in a state of stress, even though the individual is not aware of that. So giving cortisone injections to a body that's already in a state of stress, in my view, is not a great idea, and also doesn't address, again, what I believe is the underlying issues. I certainly feel that everybody has to make their own choice when it comes to healthcare as to what feels right for them. And it's very, very difficult, isn't it? Because it's a bit of a minefield out there. There are so many different healthcare options, and it's difficult to know what's right for me. Whose process, whose therapy, whose treatment is going to work, who's got the right answer. It is very difficult, because to a certain extent we are individuals as well. We're not machines. We're not standardized machines. We're necessarily the exact same thing is going to work for everybody. However, in saying that, I do feel that there are some things that are more likely to work for a lot of people, whereas other things are maybe not. And I think that I guess I just am a believer in needing to address the underlying cause of symptoms. And unless the people that I work with, unless they've had a diagnosis and we know what that diagnosis is, so we know why the body is sending those symptoms, I generally don't take people on. But when we know what that diagnosis is, when we know why the symptoms are there, then I am working from a perspective that suggests that the cause of those symptoms is a body and brain that have become overactive and dysfunctional because there is a blockage in the flow of energy of us and a blockage of our emotion, where emotion is a complex physiological process, not simply a mental, all-in-the-mind kind of idea. So, yeah, to answer the question of injections, I think there is the risk that a lot of treatments can be simply addressing some of the symptoms without really addressing the underlying cause.
Okay. Well, that's a great answer. And because of that, we're going to lead into what the next question would be. So what if I'm a business executive or an athlete who just feels stuck in life and not reaching my full potential? What advice or what treatment would you suggest that I do?
I think, again, this is, as I said right at the start of the show when you invited me to introduce myself, I said that I worked with a full range of people, from those that were chronically ill right the way through to those that were looking to achieve more in their life, get more passion, more fulfillment. So there's a big kind of life coaching or personal mentoring, even spiritual coaching that I do with people. So, and there's a strand that runs through all of that. There is a theme that runs through all of it, and the theme of my work is that when we are connected really connected to who we are, when we get our thinking brain out of the way, when we can allow ourselves and enable ourselves, facilitate ourselves to become reattached to the core of who we are, because I think that's our default setting. I think from, when we're born, our default setting is to be is to flow. We see this with children, don't we? They deal with things quickly. They deal with things effortlessly. They get over things. They enjoy themselves. They express their emotions, and that's the kind of the natural state. But as we get older, we kind of become detached from that. And I think that often when we get executives or sports performers and whatnot, it's very easy to be jammed up in our head. It's very easy to be more of who we're not, have aspirations and expectations that are in alignment with something that our mind is set, rather than something that's true to our heart or to our core. So the way that I work with people in those sorts of environments, what I would be doing with you, if it would, I would be taking you through a process of, in a sense, a largely educational process of having you see yourself in a different way, having you really begin to understand your drives and your motivations, to feel where they come from, so you can really begin to experience yourself from the inside out, begin to experience yourself from how you feel, and understand that you're creating your experience of life. A huge amount of my work, certainly the coaching aspect of my work, looks at the extent to which we are creating our reality to an extent. We're certainly creating our experience as vibrational beings, the way we think, the way we act, what we come into contact with, what we look at, what we listen to. We are energetically feeding, if you will. And because everything, we know from quantum theory, everything is energy. So whatever we place our attention upon, we energetically feed, and we tend to get more of what we energetically feed. So we are facilitating the creation of our emotional experience through our behavior, through our words, through our thoughts, through our actions. And the things that we place our intention and attention upon, we are energetically feeding. So as human beings, we radiate energy. We receive energy and we radiate energy. And the vibrational frequency that we radiate impacts upon what we attract into our lives. So it's, much of my work is about, it's reconnecting people with who they really are. So to begin to flow, to get into an energy flow state, as I call it, which is a high vibrational state where we have an uncluttered mind, where we're flowing, our decisions are good, and things that are turning up in our lives are as we want them to be. And when the more we move into that state, the more we can see that we are creating our experience of life. And we begin to see life a little bit more as it really is. A lot of the time, it's very easy to believe yourself to be a victim of circumstance. Things happen out there, and it makes me feel like this. And why do I always have the same boyfriend? Why do I always have the same boss at work? And what we need to be doing is turning that round and beginning to see that is what I'm experiencing. At some level, is serving me, because I'm attracting that in. It's something about the way that I'm resonating, I'm vibrating, I'm pulling that in towards me. So it's there to teach me about myself. So in order to, when I work with people, to have them have a better experience of life, because ultimately that's what people want, isn't it? That's what all of your listeners want. That's what everyone wants. People want to feel good. People want to have a good experience of life. People want to feel happy, fulfilled. They want their lives to have meaning. They want to be filled with passion. All those things emerge as we allow ourselves to be all of who we can be. We don't attain those things by having external things, by having that promotion or having that new car. In saying that, as we allow ourselves to be the full expression of ourselves, it may be that we get a new car, it may be that we get a job promotion, but we're not looking at those as our primary goals. We're not looking at those as, I need that to make me happy. And I think that's often where people get stuck, and certainly within personal development people get stuck, because they pin their happiness on external events or objects, and the need to attain those things. So my work is much more about focusing on reattaching the individual to their core, and then there's a manifestation that comes from that, and things flow into their lives rather than having to go and seek those things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Actually, I had posted a question for today pertaining to something similar to what you're discussing, and it's basically why, I'm sorry, the topic was maybe you don't have it is because you don't want it, and it's basically falling along the lines of the list that people have, the accomplishments that they should have done that they didn't get done because of either medical reason, financial reasons, basically holding off because they're too scared to make a move for whatever the reason is. So when a person is in a medical state and they haven't taken that trip, they haven't had that fulfilling job that they, in their mind, feel as though they should have, because whatever that reason in their mind is holding them back to move forward, what would you suggest to that?
I think the first thing that is, I think the thing that's important is that I guess this is, I suppose, the sort of more spiritual aspect of my work is that I do believe that we need to accept, as a starting point, it's important to accept what we are currently facing in our lives, because there is something in it for us. There's life's a bit of a game, isn't it? And we have challenges and we have life lessons. And first and foremost, we need to accept where we are, because there will be something in it for us. There'll be something that we need to learn from it. The problem is that if we are judgmental, if we are in that place of I shouldn't have this, I should have something else, I don't like where I am. When we get into that space and we're judging where we're at, our place in life and what's going on in our life and the people in our lives, when we judge those things, those situations and people, we don't integrate any learning from that. It's very difficult to move from that space. So my belief is that in order for us to have a different experience of life, we first have to accept where we are and be open to the possibility that there is something that we can learn from the position that we are in. Because then we take the judgment away. When judgment moves, energy begins to flow, and we open ourselves up to experiencing new and different things. And for me, that's absolutely crucial. When we do that, the next step from there is beginning to open up to the idea that I am creating my experience, not consciously, and I'm not doing it through my thoughts, and there's a whole kind of field out there based on the idea that you can change your thoughts, change your life. Well, I don't believe in that. If that was the case, people wouldn't be doing that. If people could create their lives by thinking about them, then they wouldn't be living the lives that they're living most of the time. So for me, it's a kind of a bit of a nonsense that you just change your thinking and change your life. It's a much deeper thing than that. It's much more connected to our feeling experience, but also connected to the vibration that we are radiating, and that is impacted upon by the way we behave, as well as some of the deeper reasons, the soul reasons, the kind of life lesson reasons that we have, that will be impacting upon the things that turn up in our lives. But stepping into that space of opening up to the idea that I am the creator of my experience. If I want to experience something else, I need to begin to change. And there's that old, fairly cliched quote now, I suppose, from Gandhi, which is "Be the change you want to see in the world," which I think it's a great quote. It's the idea that I need to change me first. If I want to have a different experience, I need to change me, because the universe merely holds up a mirror to me and reflects back to me the energy that I radiate out. So I think that's important, to release judgment, accept where I am now, accept there's something in it for me to learn, then let's get a sense of, well, what is I want to experience instead? And let's look at how I can begin to change the way I'm currently interacting with myself and life around me. That will change my vibration, that will change my frequency, and what I will find is that different things will occur in my life. Because ultimately, as vibrational beings, the frequency at which we vibrate is impacted upon by our relationship with ourselves, how we feel about ourselves, how we treat ourselves, and how we interact and interface with life all around us. And those, because, ultimately what we've got to get down to is the practical bits of, well, what can I actually do, because when we look at the things that we do, life is a series of moments, isn't it? We get up, we make the coffee, we head to work, we maybe take kids to school, we head to work, we do a job, we interact with people, we get tasks, and it's all right, well, we've got to get practical and we've got to look at, okay, well, if I'm looking at changing my vibration, where do I do it? Where do we begin? And we look at the practical ways in which, I look at the practical ways in which people do interface with life, but also in the way that they treat themselves through the things that they do. And that often becomes evidence, is that how we feel about ourselves presents itself through the things that we do. So I think those, I've probably gone off piece a little bit there, but your question of where do we start is, for me, it's removing judgment, accepting where you are, and then stepping into that space of recognizing, do you know what, I believe that I'm creating my experience, and if I want a different experience, I'm not going to blame anyone else. I'm going to look to me, and I'm going to begin to have a sense of what do I want to experience.
Mm-hmm. And that's a beautiful thing. But most people, you find that they are stuck in this rut, that they, once again, the body is not catching up to the mind. So with you being the expert and a person will come in and, they just want that oomph, like, Kyle, I just want you to help me, but I just feel like I'm in a black hole. I'm in a black hole that is just going deeper and deeper. How much severe depression have you seen in a person?
I've worked with people in pretty bad shape, I would say, over my... I've been working within a therapeutic context for 15 years. I've had people that are suicidal. I've had people that are housebound. I've had people that are bedbound. I've seen a lot of very sad things, very uncomfortable things. People in severe states of suffering. So, I believe that there is hope for everyone on every level, and it's my, as you can probably tell from the way I talk about this, it's my absolute passion to be there, to play a part, because I believe that ultimately what happens is people heal themselves, and my job is to create a space, to create an environment, to give some knowledge, and maybe a couple of tools, but mainly knowledge, to help people to heal themselves, and to see people go through that process, to see people become empowered and have the realizations to make enormous transformations is essential for me. That's what life is all about, because it's that, helps, that's raising the vibration and raising the collective vibration. And the more people, and that's my goal really, it's the more people that we can have on this planet that are in a higher vibrational space, that are living in their passions, that are being the full expression of themselves, the more it affects everybody else. Because this is the thing, as energy beings, when people are in fear, that fear spreads, it radiates out, and it impacts upon other people around, and it manifests in things that happen. So we want to get people out of the low vibration fear. We want to get people into love, into compassion, into bliss, into passion, and that's my kind of goal. And it's working with people that are extremely ill, and working with people that just want to get out from being stuck. But that's the goal. It's to raise the collective vibration.
And with that, you have a new webinar coming out, an anxiety webinar. Can you tell us briefly, before we have to wrap this up in about a minute, how that will benefit people, and after that, how everyone will be able to find you?
Yeah, my anxiety elimination webinar will be going live next month. It's the first one is a masterclass. It's a free one, and then from there, if people want to sign up to the rest of the program, they can. It's essentially it's for people that suffer from anxiety or panic. If you're a performer, if you're a competitor, if you're a public speaker, or if you just have anxiety and stress and panic, basically, it's, over my 15 years of work, I've developed a model which, from what I can tell, is the most comprehensive method of completely eradicating anxiety. And people can find that on my website, which is Kyle Davis, or KyleDavies.net, KyleDavies.net. And I'm really excited about that anxiety elimination program, because anxiety is a massive, massive problem. And I've wanted to take that to as many people as I can, because I've used it on a one-to-one basis very, very successfully.
Well, Mr. Davis, I greatly appreciate the time that you spent with at the Sugar Shack on Be Exposed Radio. As I said before, you are welcome to come back anytime. And we're ready to wrap this up and go to our next break. Is there any last words? Thank you again, Mr. Davis. Is there anything else you would like to say real quick?
Thank you very much for having me.
And you're welcome. This is Miss J on Be Exposed Radio at the Sugar Shack, and we'll be back.
So, I'm a dog, and I'm kind of new to this family, but I've noticed a trend. My humans do this thing where they go around and get all my toys and hide them in this basket, but it's always the same basket, and it's always the same place, and then they act so surprised when I find them, but I'm like, hello, that's where you put it last time. Humans are the worst at hide and go seek.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
From north, east, south, and west, you're listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something, and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy, busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew. Wait, Mom, what?
What? Hold
What'd you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Check out the splashback of the Talk Lately show.
Hey man, let's go back to some of these previous stories. Azalea Banks and T.I. are going at it. Apparently there are tweets that have gone viral that people are talking about, and it starts off, "You want no mediocre, but have you seen your wife?" That's what Azalea Banks starts off with. Then it goes to, "What do you What do you do when your wife can't read and they put it on national TV?
Get your nerve.
She's going in. At least I can read, LOL, Azealia Banks. Shortly after the comment, Tip's wife Tiny seemed to respond to Banks' jab. I mean, damn, bitch. Can't you ever just worry about yourself? A photo of Rihanna read on Tiny's... Oh, okay. Tip wasted a little time and shot direct threats at Azealia for attacking his family. You musty mouth, thought, bot, bad body, syphilis lip, rectum vomit, unimportant, ugly monstrosity of a maggot ass bitch. Can you imagine that he is just twirling his neck all kinds of different positions, trying to say all of this? You musty mouth, thought, bot, bad body, syphilis lip, rectum vomit, unimportant, ugly monstrosity of a maggot bitch. If you speak ill of my family again, I will end you on Phil, on Doe. These are all hashtags. Hashtag no bullshit. People fall downstairs daily. You better watch your step, you ugly ass gremlin baby. Hashtag nerve of this cretin. Hashtag F cotta here. Oh, fuck out of here. I get it. Okay.
Yeah, you're not paying attention to the screen.
Text message. Go ahead.
Did you miss the Talk Ugly show? Well, you can catch them Monday through Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m. right here on BigExposedRadio.com.
It's time for a flashback.
This harlot-sized ensemble will make you the envy of your Trampist posse on your fraudulent wedding day. I cannot. And as an added bonus, the dress gives you the entitlement to...
Can we talk about Miss Versatile's boobs real quick?
What?
Because they are sitting in this room.
I always talk about her cowbells.
Oh my gosh!
I'm like trying to pay attention to the story, but I'm like, damn.
You know what?
I'm not even gonna say nothing no matter. I want to, but anyway.
We have to do a cowbell because that's what I call her and my daughter.
Your man loves those
cowbells.
Yes, he does.
Because I was just how much did he sell this dress for?
I'm sorry, ma'am. I wasn't looking at your face.
You have to disclose that to her every time you're in a conversation.
Jeez. I'm sorry.
I'm not.
No, you have to. I'm
on.
sorry. Okay.
Okay, now
stop it.
All right, let's stop objectifying Miss Versatile.
Thank you.
We'll do it after the break.
Yes.
Do it during the break so listeners can't hear.
What fun would that be?
Exactly. The cowbells.
Take us a break, Mommy, please.
Nope, it's 40 seconds off. Sorry, I got to do my job.
I'm waist training, so the waist training that I have on pushes
it really high.
I thought it was kind of, giving weight.
I mean, they are kind of on the
voluptuous
side, yes. But the waist trainer
is giving you blood.
It's giving you life.
It's giving you bosom.
It's giving you.
Bosom.
Oh my goodness!
We need to find a different word. Buxom, cowbells.
And you're listening to At the Sugar Shack Radio on BeExposedRadio.com. We'll be right back. Thank you.
I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is. Because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving.
Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Welcome back. This is Miss J on Big Exposed Radio at the Sugar Shack. We are back. Thank you again, Mr. Cal L. Davis, for blessing his presence with us. We had a great show with him. Can't wait to have him back already. And we are halfway at the end of our show. So I wanted to throw another topic of discussion out and see if you are going to be a part of this, Robbie, or you want to shake your head.
You might want to open up the call line.
Yeah, I would love to hear from everyone. You can give us a call at 1-855-835-5857. Enter 1. Or you can text us at 443-642-9403. I'm sorry, I forgot to do that earlier today.
It's my fault.
Yeah, I'll take the blame. We'll do 50-50 on that.
60-40?
60-40. That's fine.
All right, cool.
All right, that's cool. So, have you ever thought about your first, meaning your first love, your first kiss, your first Yeah. Scratch. Have you thought about that in recent years? What could have been?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel good about what could have been, or you just shake it off like, glad I didn't make that move?
Yep. Because one of the girls I used to talk to back when I was in high school, she's like pregnant now, so. Well, I wouldn't have got her knocked up, but yeah.
So you dodged that.
Dodged that bullet.
So, your first kiss, how old were you? Playground, pity pat?
Truth or dare.
Truth or dare. The dreadful truth or dare.
Hate that game.
Yeah, I hate that game too.
Because it's like you kind of forced to play it.
Are you?
And then it's like they tell you to do the most
unorthodox thing.
Yes.
That's a good
that's
word.
the word I'm looking for. Yes.
The most unorthodox thing in front of a room full of people.
And then if you don't do it, it's like, wow, why are you even playing?
Why are you even
playing? And then it's like always those people that always say truth. Like, truth is not even an option, really.
The game is not an option because once you suck it in, you're in. So no matter, it's damn if you do and damn if you don't. So I'd rather take the truth than the dare, because people think of some unorthodox things to do in a dare. Like they can't wait for somebody to drink something or taste something or lick something
or eat something.
Or eat something that's disgusting. So, all right. So your first kiss, truth or dare? Your first intimate moment that you had no idea what you were doing, but you did it.
I was in high school, and it was this girl that I was really into, and then she would always leave, like every day, like early. So one day, every day I would walk her down to like the door, and I'd go back upstairs and finish hanging out with my friends or whatever. So one day she was leaving out, and I was like, I really don't want you to go. She was like, my parents downstairs, and I gotta go to my little practice thing. And then I just grabbed her by her arm, pulled and started kissing her.
Oh, look at you in a moment. It is. Grabbed her by her waist, pulled her hair back, kissed on her neck.
Well, she was kind of thick.
Wait a second.
So So it was kind of hard. It was kind of hard.
Wait a minute. Did you just cut the music?
Grab her waist.
And you just said, you just stopped midpoint and when the dream, like we were there and we were there, and you just cut it midpoint.
She was kind of thick. Gotta throw that in there.
You a fool. I can't believe you just I can't believe you just did that. Okay, so the dream is gone. We are no longer there because Robbie didn't pull that plug and it's going down the drain. So okay,
it's
gone fast. You didn't give it a chance for the smoke. You killed all of that.
Yeah, that's how it was.
Okay, so your first job.
My first job where I was on somebody's payroll, I was doing door-to-door, like, salesmanship. I was doing the whole, knock on the door. Hey, do you take care of gas and electricity? Yes, no? Is that person there? All right, well, here, let me help you lower your rates on your gas and electricity bill. And that job sucked. Mm-hmm. We went to a Christmas party in New York, and we went to Club Amnesia. My boss at the time, she was kind of like, oh, don't worry about it. We're going to go to New York. We're going to go shopping. Y'all going to get paid before we go. And then, we're going to be hitting up all the clubs, and we're going to be having a good time. No.
Not the case.
First, she said it was going to be she said we were going to be staying in the Marriott. No, the Hilton. There we go. The Hilton. Good hotel. She said we was going to be in the Hilton. We stayed in the Super 8. She said we was going to be catching the coach bus. We caught the Chinese bus, which smelled like pee the whole ride. We got to New York. She was keeping tabs on every train ticket that we paid for. And I told her, I was like, I don't have money to do anything, so I don't want to go. She said, oh, no, it's cool. I got you. You ain't got to worry about it. So, that happened. And I had to walk from Grand Central Station to Club Amnesia. Oh. And I didn't have a cell phone. And my friend, he had his cell phone. He had an iPhone. He was using the GPS. And his phone was about to die. So we had to, really get there. We was all in suits and dress shoes, and it was cold. The worst.
That sound like it. And that's pretty far.
And then when we got back to Maryland, I had to walk from, what's that place called? City Plaza, Travel City Plaza.
O'Donnell Street.
Yep, Travel Plaza. I had to walk from there to Edmondson. No, not Edmondson. Is it Edmondson?
Yeah, the Village.
Not that far up, but Edmondson and Poplar Grove.
That's still
a bop. Yes, it is.
That is a hump. The dump.
It is.
The dump. That's not even a marathon walking location. That's
a journey.
That's a journey.
Voyage.
From O'Donnell Street.
Yep.
To the west side.
Yeah, when we were walking, we were using the Natty Bow sign as a kind of pointer to where downtown was.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Then I had a plastic bag that had my suit and stuff in it, and it ripped. I was with a friend though, so the walk wasn't that gruesome.
But you still had to get through Patterson. You had to get down by the harbor. You had to get from the harbor to Martin Luther King. From Martin Luther King to Pigtown. From Pigtown to the west side. From the west side to Emerson. That's we don't really have barrels like that, but that's like a whole nother world right there.
Yeah, it was a long walk.
Wow. I don't envy you on that there, sir. At all. So you can honestly say you walked your first marathon on that.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. You put that on your checklist that you scratched that off, because that's definitely a marathon walk.
Yep.
That I would hope to God I never have to do if I was stranded somewhere. But I've had some stranded moments in the car, but I never had to really walk.
I know that's terrible, being stranded on the highway.
Oh, Yeah, because people don't like to stop. No matter how cute or handsome you are, people don't trust you.
True.
People don't trust that easy. It's good to have, one, learn how to change a tire, which I don't, and I keep saying I need to. Always have your inflatable air compressor with you, so when you get a flat, you won't have to wave somebody down. Always have your own jumper cable set, so you won't have to flag somebody down to jump you. You already have it in your car, the self-starter jumper cable box. But make sure it's charged, because you don't want to have it in your car and it don't charge. That defeats the purpose. Make sure you have your water, your blanket, and
a battery for your cell phone.
A battery for your cell phone for when the car die.
Yep.
Always keep water in the car when the car overheats. I've had plenty of experience. I'm just telling you all the things I've had experience for, so I know what to keep in the car. Always keep a gallon of water, not to drink. Well, 2. One to drink, one for the radiator in the back, in the trunk. Okay. Because people don't like to stop. I'm telling you, I've been...
You look so cool.
Do I?
With those shades on.
Well, thank you very much. Even though I can't see, but it's slowly coming back.
You
slowly.
Look cool. That's
Thank
all
you.
that matters.
Thank you. I can't see myself rolling in here with sunglasses again, but it's cool. It's cool. But the glasses I do got that's coming, ooh, they're different. Mr. Monty, hello. How are you?
Oh, can you, Monty, what are you doing?
He can be so rude. He can be so rude. I want to thank you, Robbie, for a great show, helping me out today as usual. Thank you very much. Oh, so also coming up this week, we have a great show lined up this week.
Yay.
I always say we have great people coming on. And we're going to have comedian joining us.
Who?
A comedian.
Ooh.
Yeah. As a permanent. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
They ain't funnier than me.
Yeah.
Oh, the gunshots don't work.
Oh, darn it. But we'll talk more about that. Who's coming aboard at the Sugar Shack. I can't wait because he's hilarious. So he'll be joining us as our comedian. And did you turn my mic off there, sir?
I turned my mic off.
Oh, okay. It felt a little silent there. But as I said, we have a great show lined up this week. I can't wait for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday on Big Spills Radio with Miss J, Miss Versatile, Robbie, Talk Lately Show. We have the Talk Lately Show coming up momentarily. We have the Jonathan Rashawn Show. Yay. My babies are here, waiting to come on. Yes, they are.
They right there. I'm looking at them.
They looking?
I'm looking.
I know they're going to cut it up tonight. So, I don't know where my girl is, but she's here in spirit.
Yep. I can feel the cowbell.
I can feel the cowbell.
So what's your favorite donut?
My favorite donut, which I'm not supposed to eat them anyway, but a caramel apple donut.
Oh, you mean the... No, I never heard of caramel apple donut. I heard of apple fritters, but not apple caramel.
Yeah, it's a caramel apple. Up in PA, I usually get them from up there.
Okay.
And I have to bring you one. Favorite donut is a caramel apple, a powdered, and a chocolate, of course.
Is a funnel cake considered a donut?
No. Do you know how to make them?
Funnel cake?
Mm-hmm.
I wish I knew how to make them.
Oh. It's a kit you can get from Walmart. I actually got to get my kit back. But it's basically the little container.
Mm-hmm.
And you can make your own batter at home with the flour, and you just pour it in there. And you just put it in a pan with some hot grease. And you just pour the batter. Like you're making a pancake.
Yeah.
But it's deep fried.
See, I probably wouldn't even get to the batter because I'd probably try to eat all the powder. That's the real reason why people eat funnel cakes, because of the powder.
It is. When it melts.
That powder tastes good on everything.
Goodness, everything. And it's no good for you. Raise that sugar level up. You're done. Actually, where was I at that somebody had a funnel cake?
Artscape? Did you go to Artscape?
No, I didn't go to Artscape. It was someplace else that I just saw. Someone had a funnel cake this weekend. And I was like, oh, man, I want one.
I wish they sold funnel cakes, like, more at, like, places. It seemed like they only sell funnel cakes at carnivals and...
No, you know where you gotta go? Who sells them? You gotta go to a food truck.
Food truck?
Mm-hmm. Certain food trucks that be on certain parts of the city.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do. They sell funnel cakes. I love mine with cherries on them.
I can't do cherries.
Oh.
I'm not really a fruit person, honestly.
I can eat a whole can of cherries by myself with nothing else to it.
I love pineapples.
I love pineapples.
Especially when they ripe and they just...
Oh, yes.
I'm not a watermelon fan.
I don't like watermelon.
It's too watery. I mean, I know it's a watermelon.
Or cantaloupes.
Watermelons or cantaloupes?
I don't like the way they taste.
I can't do not pomegranates. Ruby red grapefruit.
Oh, I love them.
Oh, it's so...
It's bitter, but it's
like,
good.
How do people thug through the taste? Like, I can't do it. It's worse than lemon.
But it's healthy for you. Don't worry about it. Guess what we have coming up?
What?
Tomorrow. We have our erotica show.
Ooh.
Tomorrow. We have 2 authors that are erotica specialists. Yay.
So is erotica like S&M?
Yeah.
Burn me, baby.
Yeah. Taking a whole nother level of 50 Shades of Grey to a whole nother
level.
We're going to be playing that tomorrow? Yeah. No, but with that, we got to play something different. I don't know.
They got to be something fast. It's probably not a lot of that going on.
No, it's not a lot of that going on.
not that soft.
When a woman's fed up.
There ain't nothing you can do about it.
There ain't nothing you can do. Not even do the... You gotta do it like that.
In a circle?
In a circle. versus that movement right there.
Back to the tip.
Yeah.
You gotta do side to side.
Side to side.
Side to side.
Ride or die.
Okay. Ride or die on the side to side.
Ride or die. Did you you know anyone that went to the Salt and Pepper concert?
Nope.
Bill DeVoe?
Nope.
I miss them.
Dang.
Every time they come, I never go. I'm determined this year, before 2014 rolls out, I'm going to see Bill DeVoe, Bobby Brown, Johnny Gill, New Edition on the stage. They were right here in the city, and I didn't make it. But don't worry about it. Don't worry.
You missed both of the shows?
Yeah. I mean, they were all in one. But I was supposed to went out of town, and I didn't go.
Wait, so I'm kind of young. What songs did New Edition make? Did they make that little...
Candy Rain.
Candy Rain.
Mm-hmm.
So who made the song Candy Coated Rainbows? That was New Edition. Candy Coated
Oh, that's Heavy D group. I can't think of it now. Hey.
She like an X-Men, don't she?
I can't think of it. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Because I feel so bad because I love the song.
Candy coated rain.
The brothers.
Drops.
Candy coated. Hold on.
My candy rain.
You gonna make me feel so bad right now.
Monty said I can't sing.
So for real.
So for real?
Yes. So for real. Cause you know one of them got arrested last year.
For what?
Assault of the girlfriend, the baby mother. Really, really bad. I think it was the lead, the youngest one. Actually, I think it was him. And I think it was something about robbing a bank or something. Yeah, they was doing some ratchet stuff.
Robbing banks and slapping women?
Mm-hmm.
You're in the hood now, baby.
Times is hard. Yeah, so I want to follow up on that. But yeah, I missed the Belle Biv DeVoe Salt and Pepper show. I'm a little upset about that.
Did you know that the Salt and Pepper? Or Salt and Pepper was coming in here? Jonathan stole it. There's a lot of stuff going on here.
I see. But we can better wrap it up.
Can you see it?
Actually, no. No, I can't see. I can feel, but I can't see. And I'm ready to take these things off. Actually.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm gonna feel like an X-Men taking it off.
Beams everywhere.
Beams. My eyes.
Okay.
But this is the first time I had my eyes dilated, so.
Did it? Could you smell it?
No.
It wasn't like laser beams?
No. It's just when you turned around and you had to walk out the door, and it was just like, oh no, can't do that.
Sunlight.
But on that note, this is Miss J with Engineer Robbie on Big Exposed Radio. We had a great show, and we'll see you tomorrow at the Sugar Shack.